the aftermath of the soap that I made on the previous live video, okay? So we have some patchouli soap here, and I already pulled the mold off the side. This is my way to check and see if it's solid enough for me to release it from the mold, because I'm ready to cut soap. So let's start curing. So that's it. That's already curing. I got another. I got an XL loaf here. So this is an XL loaf. Amor, stop before I take the bowl. Stop, Amor, before I take the bowl. Okay. So this is a custom loaf. And you get 7 bars in this. So if you get on my website and you want to order custom soap, this entire loaf is yours, and I'll cut it into 7 thick bars. Now this is the XL loaf. It's an XL loaf, and it's larger. That's patchouli as well. This is fragrance. Smell amazing. And I added some green tea just for added benefits. Green tea, it's great. It's amazing for the skin. And of course, let me get this out. Let's see. We have our time to shine. This have tea tree in it, honey, green clay. And it's heavy. This thing is heavy. This thing is heavy, okay? It's really heavy. I brought my scale along because I'm going to weigh the bars. I'm going to cut them and I'm going to weigh them so we can see. Or so you guys can see how heavy the bars are. Well, let's take this one out of the mold. This is patchouli essential oil soap. So, antibacterial. You get the best of both worlds with natural soap, and that's why I switched over. Don't strip the skin. You don't have the paraben sulfates. And by the way, y'all, I'm sorry. Noise in the background. My baby, toddling, playing, Legos, blocks, and anti-inflammatory. Patchouli is amazing for healing the skin, soothing the skin. Has natural antioxidants in it. So I want to release this from the mold. How we moms feel when we're doing a big gender reveal. That's how I feel when I'm revealing the soap. I'm seeing how the soap is. It's solid. I'm about to pull it out of the thing. Hello. Hey, y'all. For those of you just getting on, I am cutting some natural soap. Taking it out of the mold. Okay. Pulling the mold down. I don't want to drop it. You gotta be careful. It's really smooth. Let's see. And this one, this patchouli has collagen in it. And some coconut proteins in it. Okay. So yep, this is how it looked before it's cut. So you get on the website and you're wanting to order a custom loaf of soap. This is what you're getting. But I cut it up for you before I ship your product, excuse me. Before I ship your product. So let me go ahead and cut the bars and weigh it. And let's see. Let's see what each bar weighs. You said that look good. People tell me it look like food. They say it look like sweets and desserts. Thank you. It's just a nice, looking bar. Clean. Didn't use micas. They don't have any micas in it. No colorants. But I did use, I just said it, collagen is in it and coconut protein is in it. Everything I use in all these batches of soap, I did 18 pounds. But if I was to weigh it all, it would weigh more than 18 pounds. So I took that out Amor. All right, let me go ahead and start cutting. Can y'all see? Are you able to see? It's my soap cutter. Let me make sure I have it right. Yep, I do. I leave my gauge on the same thing. And when you have herbs on the top, which is flowers, I don't want to cut down because I don't want it to scrub. If like, say you have flowers on top of your soap, if you cut the board down, you can drag the herb inside the board and it'll scrub. It'll make little indentations. So I prefer to lay it on its side. I don't want to lay it upside down because it'll have the board crooked because of the, you know, the shapings and stuff on the top. So I'm gonna lay it sideways and then cut. Okay, so let's see. One board, how one board turn out. And then I'm gonna put it on the scale and I'm gonna give you the, no, it's not food, it's soap, it's actual soap. It's soap, see? It's in molds. This is wood. Yeah, these are my soap molds from when I like the first beginning when I started creating soap in the beginning. They're sentimental to me. And even though I buy new soap molds, I still don't want to get rid of them. It's like, I don't feel like they good look. But you know how some people have like their first pair of shoes when they accomplish something or they join the military, they had this and that, or people feel like it's their lucky something. Well, I love my soap molds from the very beginning. So if you see them and you be like, it's wood, but it has a little, you know, it's been with me for some years. So you might see dark colorants on the side, which may come from activated charcoal. I work with French clay. I work with different types of things. I work with micas for people that want certain colors in their soap. She said she probably want me. It's my baby. And so, you know, but yes, this loaf smells good. And when I cut it, I'm gonna run it through the soap splitter, my log splitter, and it look like this. I run it through this to cut it in half. So it splits it in half, and then I can put it on my soap cutter and cut the soap. And I got this, because if you just joined, I know you didn't see it. This is some more soap. And that one has tea tree in it. It's my hygiene recipe. So we have some soap here for people who are sensitive, have sensitive skin, people who just want a healthier alternative and you don't want to continue to use parabens and sulfates and things like that. So this is why I make what I make, and it's why I continue to make it, because everybody don't want to use, you know, the selection that you have at the store. I'm not here to down any company, because everybody's working, everybody's trying to feed their family. I have a family as well, you know. And if you're wanting to get into soap making because you may think it's a cheap hobby, soap making is not a cheap hobby. It's not, but it's a fun one, highly addictive. So I'll say, if you get into soap making, you know, just be ready to stay into it, because you're gonna like it. Self-taught, I taught myself. Yes, I do. I set up at fairs, events, our national fair here in Georgia. I love the Georgia National Fair. I love them. Very warm setting, friendly people. You're not contained or confined in a closed-in space, and I love outdoors. So y'all, I love setting up at events. So if y'all have some local events or know of some, you know, things that's going to be taking place in the future, hey, leave me a comment on one of my videos and let me know or invite me out. I have an email, so you can email me. But yep, I do. I set up and I sell in different places. Well, it depends on what one would call decent money, because I see you asking, do you make decent money selling it? The ingredients are the ingredients I choose. I don't go with, you know, on the cheap end, because you buy cheap, that's what you're gonna get. I like to use things that are edible to put in my soap, because if it's great and good for your body, it's gonna be amazing for the skin. So I like to use goat's milk. I love to use French clay, sea clay. I love to use essential oils. Essential oils are gonna be my favorite. I love using turmeric. I love making soap with different butters. I do mango butter, kapua Sioux butter. So I always have to have a butter in my recipe. I don't just do oils, but I can. So if you want custom product, I can make custom product for you with just oils only if you like oils only. But I love what I do, so I incorporate the best ingredients. So when you're pricing your bars, you need to make sure you're pricing it, and it's a formula too for prices, y'all. So you're trying to come up with what you want to do. It's a formula for it, but you also know your brand, know your target audience. Natural soap is not a product that one would probably say is, like just a cheap product. Natural soaps cost more. I've looked online and I looked at prices. This is when I first started, and I've seen soap that was $20 a bar. Mine, not 20 a bar. On my website, they're typically gonna be like $13, but you don't pay for shipping. So I just want to make sure, because I love what I do, and I want to continue making soap. I try to make it affordable, if that makes sense. And after I invest in new soap molds, I invest in more butters, I invest in more essential oils. So it's just something that I don't do it just for profit, but I want my business to take care of itself, so I don't just have to come out of pocket. Did I explain that to you well? What I suggest? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna put this up so I can stand up. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did when I first started making soap. So, okay, you said yes. Okay, I wanted to make sure wholesome that I explained it with. Amor, stop walking on that. Pick it up. I didn't go for the big, like Workshop Heritage have great molds. They're great and they're durable. Amazing molds. Nurture Soap have amazing molds. What I did was I went for molds like this. You can go on Amazon. You don't want to put too much into it when you're first starting off, because you want to make sure you like it. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars. I do spend thousands buying product, oils and stuff, but that's overall. But you don't want to start getting out there, buying $200 mold, because some molds are $200, $300. You got to get a soap cutter, but the main thing is your oils. So what you will have to have is your oils. You'll have to have at least one soap mold. You can go on Amazon and they have more than one. You got to have at least one soap mold and a lye. If people tell you they make soap without lye, they are a lie. The only way people can make soap without lye is if they buy melt and pour. You'll know if it's melt and pour because it'll have chunks. It'll be like clear, it'll look glycerin, kind of see-through. Now, that soap that's already made, the reason why people say they don't have to add lye to it. But you need lye. Lye take the oils and the butter, combine them, and then it goes through saponification, which is why you're left with this hard loaf of soap. But when you're cutting your soap and you use it, the lye will not be present. So it's basically like the lye, get in, it's like a catalyst, do its job, and it's gone, okay? It's gone. You could never use a product that has lye active and present on your skin. You couldn't. Lye is not something that you can just use on your skin. So when you're buying soap out of the stores, anywhere, has lye in it. Even the milk and pour, they have to use lye. But all you need is your oils, butter, a mold, and lye. You're going to use a pitcher, so you're going to mix it in a pitcher or a container and something to stir with. Get you some gloves, because you do not want this soap to get on you. It itch and it burns, and you want eye protection. I don't wear it, I'm sorry, but you want to, protect yourself. Get in a well-ventilated area so you don't breathe in the lye when you're making the lye solution. But it's not hard. And I do offer one-on-one soap lessons, if you would be interested. But I'll have to do it on Zoom. I like Dr. Squatch soaps. Yeah, Squatch, it is expensive and it's tiny. But I do like their soap. I love the smell. I'll go there and get Dr. Squatch and I'll just sniff it, smell it, and I'll just sniff it. I do that with candles too. So their bars are a whole lot smaller than mine. But you get, hey, and a lot of people love it. Some people, they don't mind paying the price, you know, for it because it's what they like. When you getting boards that are thick, made out of butter, they last longer than store-bought soap. And they're not so small. I'm gonna cut one and show you guys what one of my boards look like. But yes, you don't have to start off getting all that stuff if you're gonna be into soap making. You do not have to. Because it do cost. You know? So this is one board. If I was to place it inside of my palm, this is how, and that's how thick the side is. See my fingers? So 2 fingers together, that's the width of it. But let's weigh it. Let's weigh this board. So got the scale here. It's even. Let's see what this one weighs. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't mind explaining. I had a lot of questions when I first started. I really wanted somebody to take me under their wing. I didn't have nobody, so I had to teach myself. I'm self-taught. So I learned through, you know, trial and error. I fell in love, I'm gonna be honest. So this board is 159 grams. And it weighs 5.6 ounces. So this one weighs 5 ounces. 5.6 ounces. Some of the boards can get heavier than that. They'll be more dense. If I'm using, depending on the ingredients, this board did not have many ingredients at all as far as clays and things like that. So I'm gonna cut the board up and put it down. I'm Hermosa. She is winding up something. This is patchouli. I didn't like patchouli essential oil at first. It had to grow on me. Okay, this is board number 2, and they'll weigh different. They'll have different weights because they have different swirls. You know, you might can see the light color on the inside. I added collagen and coconut proteins. So let me weigh this one and see how much this one weighs. That one was 5 ounces, 5.6. This is actually 6 ounces on the head. So this one is 6 ounces on the head. So we'll put that one there. Let me cut up this. Let me see this one. Slide in the back so I can cut it. And I placed the loaf on its side because I added some herb at the top just for aesthetics. And I do have a soap stamp, so you can stamp this. Let's see how much this one weighs. 6 ounces on the dot. So now they're weighing 6 ounces after that first cut. What's the story? You said I was told if you need $300 to start, and I don't have that. I was discouraged until you don't have to have $300 to start, and you don't have to get a bunch of oils. You don't have to get a bunch of oils, and you don't have to have $300 to start. You can get you a few oils. I'll say use coconut oil. That's a cleanser, and choose your oils when you're formulating a recipe. Think about hydration. You know, you want a moisturizing board. Think about conditioning. You want to condition the skin, and you want your board to be cleansing. You want it to cleanse. Coconut oil is a great cleanser, so that's always in my recipe. Unless I have somebody allergic and they want to get coconut oil out, then that's when I make custom products. So let's just see how much this board weighs, because I'm wearing them. My first board was 5 ounces, 5.6. The other 2 boards were 6 ounces even. Okay, now they all are 6 ounces even. But the first board is rounded too. So let's see. And it will decrease some. So I suspect this board to be, the boards to be 5 ounces something, because it's gonna lose a little bit of the weight due to the curing process. But no, don't get discouraged. You don't need $300. And even if, let's just say if you did, buy a few things at a time. While you're waiting to save your money to get into, you get all your tools and ingredients, study. It's what I did. I studied a full year before I created and made my first batch of soap. The entire year. I started studying the entire year. So when I heard lye, I was like, lye? And that's what they use to unclog the sink. I was like, no, I don't know if I want to work with that. But I did. I went to Conyers, Georgia, and got my CDLs. I thought I was going to be driving a big truck. No, life had something else in store for me. I was pregnant with my 9th child, and I started having high blood pressure issues, feet swelling, and I had to come out of the big truck. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? Let me get into gardening, making soap, and all of the things I love. Let's weigh this board. Let's see. 6 ounces on the head. This is the end piece, which is a sample. So if I do like soap ends, you get into soap making, and you want to give people different bars, just get the different ends. And if you want me to get her, she want to sit up. You want me to get her? Okay. Yes, she does. She find her sleep a lot. But here you go. That's the soap end. And it's a nice size too. So I'm going to cut the chewy soap. And get you a soap cutter like this. Now, I can get a soap cutter that when you clamp it down, it cuts the entire loaf at once. But I love cutting bar by bar, so I'm going to stick with my single bar cutter. This is a soap mold you can get from Nurture Soaps. You can see I've had fun with it. Look at the micros, the different colorants on the side. And then my children, they draw on my things. They love to leave their signature on my stuff. And some of the soap molds, you can lift the top. And you'll have soap that'll get in on the inside of it, you know. That'll get on the inside of it, but it's fine. Take the loaf out. I want to make sure I don't dry. I'm nervous. So there we go. It's an egg-filled loaf. So this is a loaf of soap. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It is look like we got company, y'all. So I'm gonna stop my live and then I'm gonna come back on.